Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm Will. We're here in Key West, and I am with Key West Waterman, Aaron, and Paddle and Alan.
How are my lights on?
Your lights are going. We are headed out to do a night dive, and we're looking for Spanish lobster. Spanish lobster have no regulation. You could keep as small as you want. We're discerning. We don't keep little tiny things or if they have eggs, but
Importantly, no season.
and there's no season. So you can go out for them even though lobster season is closed. We can go for Spanish lobster anytime. But the catch is they really only come out at night. So that is why we are doing a night dive. So let's go. My idea is that if we get a couple, I'm gonna do Spanish lobster fra diavolo pizza. My sister got me a really cool little pizza oven, and I'm gonna fire that thing up and make a pizza. So let's go. All right, we're getting all suited up, and the one thing that you need is a flashlight. We're gonna get in the water in about 10 minutes, and we'll see you underwater. Aaron is already on the board.
On the board.
Hold it down the light.
Huh?
Hold it down the light.
You don't want to do it too close, it washes it out. That's our Spiny, or our Spanish rather. Hola, senor.
Hola.
Open that up.
That's like a shrimp cocktail.
Natalie, you got one?
Yeah!
Yeah.
But don't show Aaron's. Alright.
Aaron, I might have got one as big as yours.
Mine's a shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. Hey, it tastes just as good. Aaron, let's see yours.
That's the one I showed you, babe.
Huh? What'd you do?
Slide 'em!
Alright, we weren't out for too long, but we smashed them. We got what we needed. And now we are heading home. Wind picked up. It's a little bit chilly.
Been raining a little bit.
Very cold.
And everyone is tired. So we're going back to the house. This is the pizza oven I was telling you about earlier last night. So this is an Uni Pizza Oven. This thing is incredible. My sister got it for me. I think it was a birthday present. And at first I thought she was crazy. Like, why are you buying me a pizza oven? We have used this thing so many times that I had to put it in an episode. So you just load it up. I have here hickory. And you just load it up. That noise in the background is Tipsy getting water. I'm pretty sure this is the professional way to light it too. All right, that'll catch. So now while that's heating up inside, there's a pizza stone, and that's got to get nice and hot so that the bottom of our pizza cooks. So right now what I'm gonna get started is our sauce. Normally I would just put raw tomato sauce on pizza because it's gonna cook inside the oven, but I want to do fra diavolo. Fra diavolo means brother of the devil, and it is a spicy tomato sauce usually on seafood, not normally a topping on pizza, but we're gonna do it on top of pizza. So very, very simple. It's just tomato, garlic, red chili pepper flakes, and a little bit of white wine. It is the most simple sauce, but it is so, so delicious. And a little bit of onion. So I have an onion here that I'm gonna chop up. So it actually gave me the idea to do this for the pizza in New York, there's Rayo's, and Rayo's is famous for their lobster fra diavolo. And then the other thing is that behind the camera, filming for me, is Aaron, Key West waterman, well today Key West cameraman. And one of his favorite dishes at one of the restaurants down here in town it's the mussels fra diavolo, right?
Yeah. At Alonzo's.
At Alonzo's. So we're gonna try to recreate something similar, but at the same time, I don't want to overtake those Spanish lobster because they are very, very delicate. Now our pizza oven's going.
Yeah, look at this thing.
All right, garlic going in. Just a rough chop on that. All you need is garlic and onion. It already smells amazing.
It smells incredible.
It's just garlic and onion.
Just give me a spoon.
And just to make sure that it's spicy, I have a red chili. I'm gonna leave those kind of big. Actually, we gotta cover this up. Now it'll come out our chimney. Chimney? Both?
I have no idea.
It's the flue. It's the flue.
I'm from Florida. We don't have any of those.
So last night, Madeline was helping us catch the lobster, but today, boo-hoo, she left for Mexico, so Aaron and I are gonna eat her slices. But I'm sure she's having a good time anyway. I'd say we save you one, but I don't think there's gonna be any left. And then, just to make sure that we have the diavolo, a little bit of red chili pepper flakes. And then for pizza sauce, I don't really mess around. Like I said, I don't do a cooked sauce. Normally, it's just straight out of the can, and I try to get just crushed San Marzano tomatoes, and it's perfect as is. And you can take that from the can. I usually blend it a little bit more with some salt, and then put it on my pizza. But this one, I want to incorporate all of the flavor. So we're gonna cook it just a touch. First, deglaze with a little white wine. So deglazing is when you're sauteing something and there's a little bit of brown on the bottom of the pan. And then you take a liquid like vinegar or wine, something somewhat acidic, and you pour that in the pan, and what it does is releases everything from the bottom of the pan into your sauce. So all that flavor that would be stuck to the bottom of the pan is now in that liquid and now going to be in our sauce. So it's very, very important.
I literally did not know that.
It's also important.
That's why I asked. Sure?
Yeah, it's the right stuff.
That's definitely why.
Okay, now in with our tomatoes. And again, I know I'm repeating myself, but we are not cooking this down. If I was cooking this down for spaghetti, I would let it cook, 20 minutes or so, cook everything down. But it's gonna get recooked in our pizza oven. So all I am doing, giving that a stir, turning off the heat, and that is our pizza sauce ready to go. Now let's clean the lobster. These are pretty. They're so much prettier than spiny.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. So the way to clean them, same thing as a spiny. You just come up around the back of the carapace there, follow all the way around. There you go. You got your tail and your meat. Then break off the antenna into the poop chute, and out she comes. So now that that's out, all I'm gonna do, I have kitchen shears, and I'm gonna go up the front here. and down the back. So cut all the way down, and because we chilled these down, watch this. Look at how perfect that is.
Comes right out. Beautiful.
And that is it. You have your perfect piece. So I'm gonna slice these down and chop them up a little bit so that they cook on top of our pizza. And another thing too, on one of the last episodes, somebody called this out. YouTube keeps you honest, man. But they saw that I threw one of the lobster carapaces into the water. Now, normally we keep everything, every last little thing. That lobster carapace went into a pinfish trap, so it did get utilized. But what I'm gonna do with these is clean them out, and we're gonna do another episode. So after this episode, tune in the following week to see what I do with all the shells and heads. All right, so one of the things I'm gonna do is chop up our tails, even though they're small. I mean, I'm not gonna chop them up to where there's nothing left, but just a little bit to make sure that they completely cook in that pizza oven. Tipsy heard pizza, she just came running.
She sure did. You want some pizza?
All right, so a rough chop on that. Nothing crazy. And then the other thing is a bit of salt on top of our lobster. Because if that's unseasoned, it won't be any good. And a bit of salt into our tomato sauce. Put that aside. Now, our dough. I would put that down there. I don't think so.
That's a bold move. He's like, sure, I'll watch it.
All right, this one is called your pizza peel. That's what you scoop the pizza off the table, but we're gonna make our pizza directly on it. Another thing is I went ahead and made the dough earlier, proofed it, it's nice. Oh, that's good. So the reason why I didn't include the dough recipe is because dough is a very temperamental thing, and it is very, very important of what region you're in. So I'm using a low moisture dough because I'm in Key West. It's hot, it's humid, there's a lot of moisture in the air. So I have a dough that works for me. If you followed my dough recipe, it might not work for you if you were living up in Canada or you were in high altitude in Colorado. So look up a pizza dough recipe for your region, and it'll make all the difference in the world. I don't know if you've ever made a dough recipe and been like, man, this stinks, but yet it's got 5 stars. That might be why. So that is my dough. Now a little bit of flour. Only in Key West could you go out lobstering and then be making pizza in your bare feet the next day. That's why this place is really remarkable. So you go around and kind of get your crust perimeter there. And stretching dough is also something you have to do with patience, because if you go too fast and you tear that dough, that's a mess in your pizza oven and no pizza. So very slow, work your hands around. Should I risk a toss?
Ooh, no. if it means no pizza, we're not friends.
I'm not gonna risk it. Not gonna risk it. All right, so I got my pizza to about 12 there. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, 1 scoop of sauce that has all of our garlic and onion and white wine. This might be one of the best pies we've made.
I'll be honest with you.
Go on.
No, once I eat it. Once I eat it, I will be honest.
I kind of realized too with that new mic, people might not be able to hear you back there.
That's okay.
You got to turn the camera around on yourself. All right. And no cheese. We don't need cheese for this. A little bit of roe in there.
Ooh.
That costs extra. I'm gonna charge you.
Just to clarify, that was inside the lobster, not outside.
There we go. Exactly what I want to see in there. Just a low flame because we don't want the top to cook too quickly. Throw a couple more pieces on. And in she goes. You ready? It's gonna be a good one. And that you gotta do it's like the tongs with the pizza. After you put a pizza in, yeah, you have to. You cannot not spin the pizza peel. And then this is your spade. And what this is for is turning the pie, because that piece in the back there is going to cook faster than the front. So this, you wait until the bottom gets a little bit cooked, and if you come around and take a look at this, you can see the dough rising.
Wow, that looks pretty cool.
We're doing good. Now this will take about 5-6 minutes, so we'll see you in a couple of minutes. But she is ready. Ooh. Oh yeah. This piece back here, that's Madeleine's. I'm just gonna top it with a little bit of parsley. And this, I know, is untraditional, but a little bit of lemon on top.
I like where this is going.
It's basically just fra diavolo pasta on a pizza. So, you know, where's our cutter?
Which I dumped it in the bread anyway, so.
All right, you do the honors and cut. Let's switch here.
Should we just eat it like that?
I was gonna say, you might as well just, well, no, cut it inside.
It'd be messy as. Kissy's like, yo, haven't dropped anything yet. Help me out.
And then you pick your slice and eat it.
Well, it's gonna be hot.
It smells so good.
Dude, it smells so good. You have to give me a sec here. I usually burn my mouth at least one every episode, so. Dude. The lobster, what's the goose liver?
Foie gras.
Foie gras. The lobster tastes like foie gras. Oh my gosh. It is so mild. Like,
Can you actually
you have a
taste,
nice kick, huh?
Can you actually taste the lobster?
It doesn't taste like lobster. It's so, you'll understand when you bite it. It's so
All right,
like
let me-
soft, and
Let me grab a slice here.
it's literally the texture of foie gras.
Foie gras.
Foie gras.
All right.
It's so soft.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It's like it literally like the lobster melts. I'll be honest, I could go for a little more spice, but the flavor's there.
So the lobster is a little bit delicate. The Spanish lobster are a little bit delicate. They're getting a little bit overpowered. I would probably do this again with spiny, because spiny would hold up a little bit better. This is good. Don't get me wrong. This is good. But yeah, next time I think I would do it with spiny. I think
the flavor would come through.
a little more flavor.
That's why I use the word delicate. It's like Tipsy's loving this.
But man, that's good. So, if you're out there and you're Italian and you're gonna rip me to pieces for this pizza, don't do it. Listen, I'm just having fun. That's all I'm doing. Me and my friend wanted a pizza. We wanted to go lobstering. That's what we did. And let me tell you, this is delicious. It is really good. Well, all right, guys. Thanks for coming along on this adventure. It was really fun. If you like, hit subscribe, share the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.